I'm so nervous. We're on our 8th year. And if you've been following for 8 years, that is like full goosebump mode. In more ways than one, like so all of the feels. If you've, like that's crazy. I started this on a whim 8 years ago with not even that deep of a love for Halloween that is now turned into, we've gone from the magical and very happy pastel Halloween to full-on spooky season in every single aesthetic possible. There will be a Jack Skellington going up right here. All of the decorating, all of the DIYs, all of the haunted houses, all of the parties, all of the things. And I ask you this every year, and I'll just be really honest whenever I ask, I'm not even ready, but hopefully you are. So let's jump into the not so scary Halloween party, shall we? Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's chat while we unbox. I got an insane amount of questions, and I do feel fitted to share this because as a little Disney baby, last year was my very first time getting into the full spooky season and a little bit scarier stuff of venturing to Universal, which I had never done, ever. Now I love it. But I was legit terrified last year. And if you remember that video of me going to Halloween Horror Nights, I was full on panicking. So I figured in honor of all things Halloween, we should kick this off with just the new version of Angie's leveled up Halloween. Like I love how we started this entire journey with me painting pastel, cute, not like creepy cute. I think is that what I called it? Creepy cute. Adorable with like little eyelashes. They were so cute, like little unicorn pumpkins. To like full on, I don't know, we're gonna put like the Terrifier in the garden outside. I don't know who I've become, but we're going full on spooky season. So I'm gonna unbox, some of this is Disney though still. I haven't lost my roots, but we do have some Halloween Horror Night stuff. So I have not been, I just have really good friends that wanna make sure that the goods are secured before things sell out. This is Lil Boo. He's my favorite thing ever. He's the HHN mascot. So what I figured we would do today is unbox this. I am hosting a party with all of our friends to celebrate my birthday at Halloween Horror Nights. And I shared this on stories and everybody wanted to be a part of it, so I figured I would share. I have been waiting for Halloween Horror Nights since last Halloween Horror Nights. It was my favorite thing of the year. Andre and I had the time of our lives. I went back and I watched the old video of us being either terrified or he was just indifferent, like he thought it was gonna be kind of corny, and it is now our favorite thing ever. So I figured I would share my top 10, probably a little bit more, because you know me, tips on how to do Universal Halloween Horror Nights as a newbie or if you're scared. Because I was the most terrified. I was so scared to go. So let's talk about it. I'm gonna give you all the tips. We're gonna prep the loot bags and we're gonna actually go to Halloween Horror Nights. So let's do it. playlist ever, best unboxing ever. That was so fun, all of my goodies. Now let's set up, I have all my stuff in the kitchen to set up my, wait for it, loot bags for my birthday. And then let's go through all the tips for conquering Halloween Horror Nights as a scaredy cat. I get it, I so understand. I have some treasures here. I have a good smelling candle that I unboxed. It smells like Halloween Horror Nights, I don't know what else to say. There's a Chucky one last year that I wish I would have gotten. If they have it, I'm buying it. But it smells like Fruit Loops. It smells like cereal. This one smells like the fog. I love it. Keychain that I found on Amazon. And then this is Lil Boo. This is like a shoulder thing. I think there's like a magnet that comes with it. This is to hold the drink, which is honestly, we're gonna talk about this, but this is, you need this. Do you know? But did I? Yes, because I'm crazy. Some little coasters. Okay, let's talk about all the tips while I make my birthday loot bags. Pre-workout, because I am gonna go do a workout after this. On my blanket, which my other blankets are at home. So on that note, it is not lost upon me, but I figured this is so much more value for you guys and authentic, and I just like it more. But every single year I've done the first video being the merch reveal. One, you guys wanted it sooner, so that was its own video. But I also feel like the kickoff should be like, let's jump right into Halloween. You don't need to know about merch. If you want to get it, get it. You live your best life, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, let's only talk about all the things that are dropping, which I think they've all happened by now, so you guys could get it sooner. So yeah, blankets, sweaters, all the things have happened so that you can enjoy it whenever you're seeing. It says, you're next, help, do not enter, and it's like blood. Who am I? So apparently my friends have planned a special birthday cocktail for me that we're gonna have in the hotel room. So I just said I'll bring the cups and the decorations. So that's gonna come tomorrow. I need to put everything in like a bag to bring it. I'll show you the decor first. Do I open this? I think you'll see this tomorrow. This is all balloons from the same collection. It's like handprints. Yeah, it's exactly the same. They're like bloody handprints and like help and you're next. It's very creepy Halloween. Who am I? I don't know. Okay. Oh, there's tattoos too. Oh my, okay, I'm gonna use the tattoos for my loot bags. They're like cuts. Who am I?
Oh, I don't like guts and ghouls.
Now I do. Oh my god, that's so funny. That looks like see the X, it's supposed to look like a cut on your skin. I think there's enough for everybody. All right, so these are basically like sticky things that you put in windows. So we're gonna decorate the hotel room. And then I have a banner coming that says, what's your favorite scary movie? I think that's it for decor, because really we're going into the parks. Loot bags. I'm so excited. So I used to make loot bags for my birthdays when I was little. I used to throw not just birthday parties, but like parties when I was little. I threw a red carpet party for my girlfriends when I was little. Everybody had to come as their favorite celebrity. Love it. I did, what else? I did a 70s party when I was little. Like, and not for my birthday, I just threw I just loved it, the whole process of it. And I always had loot bags. So I figured for this year, I wanted loot bags for my friends. It says, but did you die? Hangover kit, which I feel like goes with the Halloween theme. I love it. All right, let's talk about tips. Let's hang out and I'll show you everything as I'm doing it. So I got little friendship bracelets, like Halloween ones. I got a ton of different keychains of like scary movies and a bunch of Hangover stuff and candy and eye patches, and you'll see it all. So Halloween Horror Nights. If you were to go back and watch last year's video of me like getting ready for it for the first time, never having stepped foot in Universal, only ever going to the not so scary, like Mickey's not so scary party, I was a mixture of like nauseous, terrified, and I think what I was most scared of is that I would ruin the night for everybody. Like I was scared that I was gonna back out. I didn't know what to expect, and you hear things online, so that would definitely be like, before I start my tips, that would definitely be like, try to gauge what you're digesting online about this and people's opinions, because everybody's gonna have a different opinion about it. I'm gonna give you like actual tips that you can like tangibly use, not like, just think happy thoughts. We're not doing that. Tip number 1, bring earplugs. I have these like soft tip earplugs that I personally love. I will link them. There is also reusable earplugs that, I know that sounds weird, but they're called loops, and they have like a little loop. They're called loops because they have a loop, and they're a little bit more expensive, but you can reuse them. And people really like those silicone ones, especially like for movies or concerts or Halloween Horror Nights. So that would be my first tip, is create a sensory deprivation for yourself, because it is a sensory overload for a lot of people, and the earplugs tend to help a lot of people. I'm fine with it, even though I do get sensory overload and I'm very sensitive to sound. I was even fine with that. The music is loud, there's like loud noises and like flashes in the houses, but not to the point where you can't handle it. But if you do, for like the first house, want to have earplugs and kind of like ease yourself into it, that's how I do it. The other thing, which is such a weird tip, but I found myself doing it and it was helping. Do you ever see 4-year-old version where he's like, use your peripherals, like look on side, like check out the ladies.
I want you to use your peripherals. See? I'm not looking at you.
Close your peripherals. So there is a way where like you're not looking, because what's happening is things are just coming at you from the side. Very rarely will like something come out in front of you. Like last year in the Stranger Things house, so I'm not giving any spoilers, but it was last year. Henry in the Stranger Things house actually stepped like out in front of me and I loved it. It's always to the side mostly. So if you can just either keep your head down or like close your peripherals, or one of my good friends, she uses her hair. She puts her hair down, she uses her hair as like a curtain. So just sensory deprivation for yourself. Just don't have all the senses working so that you're not overstimulated. The other thing, just quick note, is if you go early in the night, it will still be light out. The contrast between the sunshine and the darkness of the house, I think I said this last year, is very jarring. So maybe just go later in the night so it's already dark out and your eyes can adjust when you're in the house. All right, that's tip number 1. Get yourself some earplugs. Tip number 2, and I did this both times last year and I was so glad I did, go with a big group. Like, don't just go you and your girlfriend, okay? Don't just go 2 people. Go like 5+, like make a night out of it, go with a bunch of friends. If you have like really ginormously tall dudes that can come with you, that would be great. So we had like a really big group of friends that came with us, and a lot of the guys were like big guys, and just tell one of them to stand in front of you. Just don't go first in line. So you go in a row. It's single file, which I actually kind of love. You're not just going like chaotically all shoved into the house as a group. You're single file. So if you want to like hang on to each other's shoulders, you can do that. Just keep your head down. You're good. You'll be fine. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you this. You'll be fine. You're gonna have a great time. But go as a group of friends. It helps so much. My third tip. There's no booze in here, but I'm not condoning it. But everybody knows that goes to Halloween Horror Nights that liquid courage is the way. Enter my koozie. So they have this light up cuppy that you can get. I got one last year, and then you can refill it as much as you want with alcohol. So it's a really good deal. But I got this because when you go into the house, you don't want to be hanging on to it. You got to dump it before you go into the house, hence how much booze you end up consuming because you finished the drink before. See where this is going? So I got this to either clip to my bag or just have like this, and then I can have my cuppy with me all night. Liquid courage helps. I'm not encouraging it. I'm not condoning it, but it'll help a lot. They have really cool themed drinks also. We're gonna do a production line. That's how I used to do when I was little. So step 1 is the bracelets. Look how cute these are. They have like little skulls. So cute. Okay, so bracelets. These are goodies. I take them as like they're so good. If you've never had one of these, like, sorry, they taste, I don't mean good like it tastes good. They just work really well. It's a little packet and it's aspirin. I don't want to get this wrong. It's caffeine and aspirin powdered. It's literally the amount of times that this has saved me. It just tastes like berries. You need it. Just like if you're trying to avoid a hangover, okay, that's step 2. So I want to try all these different drinks and all these different foods, but there's one drink in particular, there's a couple actually that I saw, but there's one that it comes in a light bulb and it's red and it represents the red light from like you know how they have like the red lights that go off whenever the monsters come in Quiet Place? I thought that was genius. I was like, oh my God. So everything is themed. There's like food with like, it looks like guts coming out of it. Like it's food, but and then there's like these weird corn dogs. Oh, the Ghostbusters s'mores. So I want to do more videos like that because I had done a video of Andre and I doing the food and wine, which I would love to do this year. And everybody just seemed to love it, like us trying everything. So I feel like that could be really fun. So food and drinks, enjoy the food, try the drinks. And at the end of the day, it's liquid courage and it will help, I promise. But yeah, everybody that goes to Halloween Horror Nights knows it's kind of a given. It's like you're doing haunted houses and getting turned. It is what it is. And if that's not your thing, I'm so sorry. You might have found the wrong channel. Okay, that was number 3. Number 4, last year I did not do this and it didn't help. So I will tell you to do this. I didn't know where I was going. And I think the lack of knowledge scared me more because it was my first time at Universal. So I didn't know where anything was. Look at the map. Here's why I say that. There's 5 scare zones. You're not in a scare zone all the time. So a scare zone is basically you're walking through an area and they're all different themed. I don't know them all by heart yet, but there's a Blumhouse one. I want to go hug Megan. I love Megan the doll from that movie doesn't scare me at all. I literally just want to be her friend. I think she's like the greatest thing. I know it's weird. What's in there? There's like the Grabber. That movie scared me. I did not like that movie. So he'll be there. Like there's actual characters from these scary movies. There's the Happy Death Day. So there's a Blumhouse scare zone. And then there's another scare zone that is Torture Fair. So I think it's like medieval. I don't know. I'm excited about that. So they're just in specific areas. So when you're out of that area, you're good. Like you can sit on a park bench, like no one's jumping out at you. You're good. The other area where there is a little bit of scaring happening is in the Wizarding World. So the Death Eaters they're walking around and they're like aggressive, like they'll come like straight for you, but they're just sassy. Like no one's gonna touch you, by the way, which is gonna be one of my tips, but no one's gonna touch you. I'm gonna say that a million times. These are drinking patches. I think I'm just gonna cut this. You just put it on. I don't know what I'm giving my friends. They're gonna be like, Angie, what are you doing to us? Okay, drinking patches. This I know all about. Eye patches, so that you can look beautiful the next morning. Just refreshed like a daisy. Okay, so that's tip number 4. Know the map, know where you're walking, and I give you full permission because I did this last year. I'm not doing it this year because I know I can handle it, but I watched POVs on YouTube just so that I knew what I was expecting. I will tell you it looks worse on YouTube than it is in person. It's really not that bad, but to me it helps to kind of know a few spoilers. You don't have to, but it helps. So just watch some videos online. Like to me that helped, and just knowing where I was going, know the map, know what different experiences are where, so that nothing can really sneak up on you as much. Now on that note, tip number 5, which is perfect because there's 5 scare zones. That's what this is about. So the scare zones, this is something that freaked me out before going. In my head, I thought that it was just like no rest stops. Like you are being scared 24/7, 365 in this park and you're just gonna die basically the whole time. You're fine. You can literally sit on a park bench. There's tons of space to do that. You're not constantly being scared. So there's 5 scare zones. When you're out of the scare zone, you're good. You can literally pop a squat on a park bench and have a cocktail. Like no one's gonna bother you. So the 5 scare zones, epic. Get to know them. It's super fun to just like walk around in them. And then in the Wizarding World, there's Death Eaters. Yeah, so you can chill out anywhere you want. Like just don't do it in a scare zone because they'll come up behind you and stuff. Like they do that on purpose, but you'll be fine. The biggest tip I think in this entire list, which I think I'll say it a million times, you are safe in that park. You are probably safer than anywhere else. No one can touch you either. Just keep that in mind. No one can touch you. No one will harm you. This helped me so much. A couple of our good friends, like our neighbors, they worked as scare actors. And one is like a 23-year-old string bean girl underneath that really scary mask. Like she's like the sweetest thing. They're not trying to scare you. They just love their job and they're actors. So just keep that in mind. It's all in good fun and they cannot touch you or harm you. They're like open. There's one with eyeballs. Okay, this is incredible. Incredible. I have ample amounts of liquid IV. Oh, hydration and energy. Okay. Fruity popsicle. By the way, that I don't want to take credit for that. Liquid IV sent me those, which is very kind of them. And I do have a discount code with them. They're so sweet with their PR packages. So I have candy. I got candy, like ring candies, but I got skulls. When we were talking about the cup, like the glow in the dark cup, here's a tip for you that someone told me, and it's actually 9 times out of 10 true. If you have that glowing cup and you're like holding it through the scare zone, again, they're nice people, the scare. I know they look scary as the scare actors or the scare actors, but they're not gonna jump at you if you have that drink because they don't want you to like spill it all over yourself. So they'll usually leave you alone. If you have that glowing drink, they won't come for you. It's just like a little cool tip that I'm glad someone told me because I had my cuppy and I would just kind of hold it out in front of me and they didn't really like come towards me. Now on that note, this is my 8th tip. In the scare zones and to a certain extent in the houses. If you are the person that's like, and you're like this, they're gonna come for you. If you're walking through like kind of unbothered, they're gonna, for the most part, leave you alone. If you're on your phone, they got me twice last year because I was filming for the video and I had my camera and one of them got like, I just wasn't paying attention and I screamed so loud. So if you're on your phone, if you're not paying attention, or if you look terrified, they will come for you. Like they will target you. So just look unbothered. All right, tip number 9. This is something that helped me the most. Now, small story time. We got there before the doors opened or before the gates opened, so we got to see the the opening ceremonies is what it's called. Oh, cute. This is kind of like our opening ceremonies. So, full disclosure, I was freaking out. Like, I was full panic mode. I was so nervous. I remember my friend was like, "How are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "What do you think your heart rate's at?" And I had my Oura ring on, and I was like, "Let me check." And it was insane. It was like well over 100. Like, I think I'm sitting at like a cool 127 right now or something. That's what I said. So my heart rate was through the roof because I was genuinely scared, but I just didn't want to be like the person that ruined the night for everybody. I was just so nervous. As soon as the gates opened, so the fog kind of starts. It's so magical too, and like I'm getting the feels right now. So the fog starts, they're like, welcome, the gates open, and then you hear the chainsaws start. Now, if I just spiked your anxiety, it spiked mine, because I was like, what is that noise? And you just hear the chainsaws. First of all, there's no chain on the chainsaw, you're safe. But they just kind of like run at you. And as soon as I scanned my ticket, which is what this is for the express pass, scanning my ticket. I have all the doodads, I'm excited. So you scan your ticket, you go in. That was really seamless. They do such a good job with that, and you're in. And one of the dudes with like the black mask and the chainsaw came running towards me. And I literally was like, I got this. And it was like, I just kind of, and this is my tip for you, just like embrace the Halloween spirit. Like embrace the dark side. You've gone to the dark side, just do it. Have fun. It's all supposed to be fun and laughs and like good times. So that's what I kind of ran with, and I just enjoyed myself so much with that, keeping that in mind. It's like, you've gone to the dark side for one night, own it, and no one's gonna hurt you. And then I think my last tip is just kind of similar to like knowing the maps, just what to expect. So obviously expect crowds. If I can give you one tip, get the express pass. I think a lot of people that I know go without the express pass, and by the end of the night end up buying the express pass, so do that. That way you don't have to wait in the lines for as much. Like, I think it's like 10 minutes to wait in line. If not, it could be like an hour and a bit. Single file, I shared that through the house, so no to expect that. It's great though. They will sometimes hold a party before you and let you go ahead. If it's a really busy night, you're just single file, which honestly is better because then there's more people around you. You're never alone. Oh, something really important. One of the things that gave me anxiety, I never went first in our group when we went through the house. I was always like second or third, but by the end of the night, I went first. And this was the thing, this was my reasoning. One, I was scared. Two, I didn't want to be the person that like led us the wrong way in the house. There's actual workers that are not dressed up and they'll go like this, like kind of don't be scared, and they'll tell you where to go. So you're like, they kind of are like that safety checkpoint, like if you're freaking out. So if you are freaking out, that's why they're there. They're there for like your safety. So I think that's really cool. And they're just dressed normal, and they have like a badge, and they'll be like, they'll do this like, don't worry, I work here. Don't be scared. So that's awesome. Oh, there is a show that we want to experience this year. There's amazing restaurants. There's amazing food. You can ride the rides while you're there. So you don't have to just do the haunted houses. You can make an amazing night out of it and make it kind of like how you would do Mickey's Not So Scary. Just make that your opportunity to ride the rides. So the restaurants at City Walk are awesome. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. The Dead Coconut Club. They turned it in, I'm pretty sure, okay, I'm a total Universal newbie, so be patient with me. But they turned it into like a Blumhouse bar, and Megan is there. She's like in a cabinet, like the real Megan. So there's like really cool things to do in City Walk too. We're gonna go to Toothsome before we go into the parks. Make sure you eat before you go into the parks and start drinking like a maniac. That's my biggest tip to you. Eat food, because you will consume a lot of booze. And then in terms of what to wear, if it's supposed to rain or whatever, we got the frequent screamer, so we just don't go if it's gonna rain. But let's say for my birthday, knock on wood, poncho, lightweight because it's hot. You will walk more than you thought. We walked so much, so comfortable sneakers. I usually just do like a little dress like this with the shorts underneath, cute little backpack, keychain, cuppy, your pass, you're good to go. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I'm gonna sit here and make my loot bags, and I'm gonna take you guys to Halloween Horror Nights with us tomorrow, and we're gonna get ready together, and we're gonna go experience all the houses.
And you can't get out for the rest of your life. You'll be
I just say how proud I am of these? They're adorable. So I made more than enough for everybody. I'll probably have some extras. I might send some out to some of you guys because it was highly requested that I share the loot bag love. So I'm gonna pack up some bags, and tomorrow I'm gonna take you guys, I'm gonna get ready for Halloween Horror Nights together, which we might do a few times. Yeah, we're gonna go to Halloween Horror Nights quite a few times throughout this series, so buckle up. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be spooktacular, a little bit scary, a little bit spooky. We're gonna do some DIYs. Now is the time. If you have a specific request for a video, I will do a morning routine, I will do a nighttime routine, I will do DIYs, all the things. But if there's something specific that you want to see, drop it in the comments down below. Let me know your favorite part of the Not So Scary Halloween party. How long have you been here? That's a good question. How many years have you been doing this with me? Because I think that this year might go down as the most creative, the most different, the most spooky. Don't forget there's daily videos happening over on the Daily Grind page also, and that will go down as hands down. I can't say anything. It's gonna go down as the biggest one ever. And you guys are gonna freak out and love it. Someone asked if there will be videos filmed in the new house in Canada. Yes, that house isn't even ready. I wish I could like speak to the walls and be like, I'm so sorry for what's about to happen to you over the next 4 months between Halloween and then into the holidays, but it's gonna be incredible. And no, we're not going light either. Someone was like, are you just gonna like decorate? No, we're gonna go full tilt. If I have a 12 foot, 13 foot Jack Skellington going here, the sky's the limit for the other house. It's gonna be crazy. So buckle up for one heck of a 31 days. Thank you so much for being here. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you guys. I hope that this can be your little magical spot on the internet. Merch is out, so if you see anything in my videos, know that that's what's happening. And the blankets and the candles, I could share all the things now, which is amazing. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, dudes.